The private sector expressed disappointment over the lack of mention of allocations for the THA to address outstanding debts owed to contractors. Curtis Williams, chairman of the Tobago Division of Trinidad and Tobago Chamber of Industry and Commerce, stated that the longer contractors remain unpaid, the harder it is for them to sustain their businesses. He also raised concerns about the government's decision to increase the public sector minimum wage. More from Candice Jackson.
Curtis Williams, chairman of the Tobago Division of the TNT Chamber of Industry and Commerce, had only one major request for fiscal 2025, that the THA be granted funds to cover its debts.
I was asking the finance minister to send some additional funds to Tobago to treat with some of the debt that the THA incurred. And that's what I was asking. Right? So let's leave the development, leave the recurrent, send this fund directly to treat with debt that the THA, the oil spill, and other debts.
Finance Minister Carm Imbert failed to address this in his 5-hour-long budget presentation in Parliament. While the THA was granted $205 million for development expenditures, the debt owed to contractors is more than 3 times this amount.
I know that 205 for development really cannot do nothing much, right? So then we have to get creative now and find other means of getting development done on the island.
However, Williams remains optimistic that the completion of the new A&R Robinson International Airport Terminal will bring positive economic growth, provided the airlift is increased and room stock is improved. He also noted that the government's decision to raise the public sector minimum wage to $22.50 an hour, while leaving the private sector rate unchanged at $20.50 an hour, is putting unnecessary pressure on businesses.
It meant that private sector now, if you want 2050 now, your workers now looking at you cross-eyed, right? Because now you know how to be careful, because they would say, well, look, government paying 2250, probably I will leave from private sector to go by government, because government paying more than you.
Williams also noted that raising the minimum wage is not an easy consideration for some businesses. We
have NIS that we had to pay for. You have the increase in insurance. You have the increase in overtime. And there's some other expenses that led to the number not being just 2050 or 2250 going forward.
He noted that many businesses are still adjusting to the government's last minimum wage increase from $17.50 to $20.50 an hour, which took effect in January 2024. Candice Jackson, Tobago Updates, Television News.